Okay, great. So, hi, Kenzie.
Hello.
What has been the best part of your week so far?
Mm, a couple things. It's been a good week. I had a bunch of job interviews this week, which was good. I feel like they went really well. I got a second round at one of them, so I am looking forward to that. Hopefully at some point next week I'll have it, but other than that, I just did some like relaxing and went shopping, which was always fun.
Okay. And what school did you get a call back from?
So I have my second round with Eastern Kentucky, and then I had like five other first rounds that I'm still waiting to hear back from.
Okay. And
Mm.
how do you feel about that? Are you excited?
Yeah, that interview went like way not better than I was expecting because I was like excited for it, but after I got done, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm actually like really excited about this. So when they gave me a second round, I was like, oh, like that's like relieving. So hopefully after that, the process goes pretty fast and I can start making decisions and stuff like that.
So, do you feel like this class is actually like having a positive impact on the interview process?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's good to know. And I know, as I always say, I know you're gonna have like about five or six, options for you to choose from. So I'm optimistic that you get more than one offers
Uh,
or more than one offer. So yeah,
yeah, I hope so. Fingers crossed.
you
Yeah.
will. Okay, so do you want to talk about this week's last week's exercise? No, this week, right? I don't know, I'm a
Yeah.
little bit confused. But yeah, do
Yeah.
you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So we did our five goals that grow from our dream. So I talked about graduating with my master's, which is happening very soon. Hopefully securing a job before May. Finding a new hobby because I feel like when I'm no longer a student, I'm gonna have more free time. So, whether it's something I already do and I just want to do it like more often or finding something new, I just want to find some new hobbies. Um, Getting my own apartment, which if I end up in housing, I definitely will have, which is good. But if I take an advising job, I'll have to do an apartment search, which is exciting but scary. Um, and then hopefully not anytime soon, but within like the next 2 to 3 years, hopefully moving in with my partner would be a goal I have.
Okay. And you did the WOOP test, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you also want to like break it down and okay, so what two goals did you um prioritize, and if we could talk about the process like using the WOOP test.
Yeah. Yeah, so I picked just my first two since they're like they're happening the fastest, I feel like. So my first goal was graduate with my master's. Um and the outcome of graduating with my master's would be to feel achieved after 2 years of hard work getting this degree. The obstacle at this point would be probably not wanting to do my homework just because it's getting nicer out. I'm doing like job interviews, so that's getting me excited. So definitely need to get some of that motivation back. And then my plan for that was if I do not want to do my homework, I'll set aside specific time to do my work and I'll put away all of my distractions. So my phone, turning off like notifications on my laptop and just different things like that to make sure I get it done.
Okay.
Um, the second one I can go through really quick. So getting a job. Um, the outcome would be feeling secure, knowing that I have an income and a place to live. The obstacle would definitely be like feeling imposter syndrome, and I put falling behind on my applications, but I've gotten like a good bit of those done. So I feel like imposter syndrome is big with that one. Maybe the pandemic like preventing me from, you know, getting an offer somehow, but it's not really in my control. Um, And then, if I start to fall behind on the job search, I will have a friend or probably my partner hold me accountable to do like 2 to 5 job applications a week, and setting aside time to do those. But with how this week went, it's looking like I've got, my bases covered. So it's mainly just staying patient and preparing for interviews, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. So with the first goal, that is, sorry, can you remind me again what that?
Yeah, that one was getting my master's.
Okay. So are you optimistic? Like, are you getting all your work done?
Yeah,
And are you writing a thesis or a capstone?
so we did that last semester, which thank God, because if it was this
That's so
semester,
cool.
yeah, I'm so glad it's not this semester. So that is already all complete. So I feel like I am on pretty good track to get my master's, but it's just like I said, just like all those little assignments and just like my motivation not
Yeah.
being there. So I feel like I'll be fine and I'll get it, but I just got to keep like pushing myself.
Okay. And would that be like an in-person ceremony or it's gonna be online?
I don't really know. So they said it's gonna be in person for like walking across the stage, but I'm not sure Pete if we're gonna be having a hooding ceremony. I really hope so, just because obviously been looking forward to that for a few years now, but I don't know. I don't really know what they're doing. They're just now changing up the plans. So
Okay. Would you mind if the ceremony would be held virtually?
no, I mean I definitely would like find my own way to celebrate, but I already bought myself like a hood and a cap just to like at least take pictures in and can put it on myself. So I don't know, like it's just it's not even really like for other people. Like it's mainly for myself. Like I just want to have something to celebrate like my accomplishments. So
Yeah. I mean, during my time, that was last year,
mhm.
everything was still online. So, I mean, I really wanted to have it in person,
Yeah.
and I didn't really mind because my undergrad, I actually had it in person. So
Mhm.
it wasn't like a big deal for me. I just
Yeah.
wanted to experience the whole American ceremony. But
Yeah.
then I was like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I went to get a gown and I took some pictures.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a big deal for me. But
Yeah.
I actually had some students who, were like, now they have to be there in person. They need to, talk to people and their parents be flying in and all that. So for some students, it was a big deal because that was their first time. And I totally, get where they're coming from. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's your second degree, so I don't think it's actually like a big deal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's mainly like I don't even know if I will end up like walking in person or not, but just like the hooding ceremony, I'm hoping we are able to do like a socially distant thing since, you know.
Okay. And do you plan to be on campus for some time before you move um back home? Like that
Uh,
period?
I think it
What's the
depends. Just seeing when like my job would start if I get a job and just seeing like when they want me to go wherever I'm going. I think I can stay here until like June 1st-ish, so I'll probably take my time if I'm allowed to do that, but if they want me to move like right after graduation, like I guess that's what I'll have to do.
okay. Where are you from again?
I'm from Toledo, but I don't usually like ever really go back there.
Okay. Okay. So wait, did we talk about the ROOP test?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the second, let's see. So your second goal is to get a job before you graduate. And I mean, it's gonna happen.
I hope so.
Okay. So how was the process like, doing this root test? Any reflections?
Mm, I mean, I think it's like good to prepare, like just in case I do get off track. Like I said, with my master's, I feel pretty good since I am so close to the end. But with the job search, like it's not really in my control, when people start reaching back out. So it was like good to break it down, but also was like a little bit anxiety inducing just because I'm like, oh, if this happens, like I just guess I have to keep applying for jobs and just putting myself out there and stuff like that. So it was like it was good, but it was like a little intimidating.
Okay. Do you have an account on LinkedIn?
I do, yeah.
Okay. And do you normally use like do you search for jobs on LinkedIn?
Um, Sometimes I've mainly been using like higher ed jobs and I just went through
Okay.
TPE. So I just went through like a big housing like job fair. So that's where like all my interviews this week were from, but I've
Okay.
applied
You
to
could,
like a handful, like 30-ish jobs, so I'm feeling okay, but it's gonna take some time.
yeah. I mean, as I said, you would get something, so don't worry about it, okay?
hmm
Okay. So let's talk about the big questions, the five big questions you have about yourself in 10 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like ours were kind of similar. It's just really mostly about like where I'll be and what I'll be doing. Um, so yeah, I definitely, of course, I'm gonna hopefully get a job, but even in 10 years, like I don't know if I'll still be in the same job or not. So definitely want to know like where I'll be living, where I'll be working, will I have any kids, like who will I be close with, who will my friends be, and of course, like will I still be with my partner in 10 years? Obviously, I hope so, but just something I think about, especially as we start to relocate and things like that.
And how do you feel about it? Like, are you nervous about, you know, all these questions, or you feel like, I'm good, or you're looking forward to it?
I think a little bit of both. I definitely hope like I live some, I mean, I feel like I'm not the type of person to really settle. Um,
Hmm.
so I mean, and it's different, right? Because if there's like something I need to do somewhere, like I'm gonna stick it out and do it. But I usually don't settle, so if I'm not happy somewhere, like I definitely won't stay. So I'm not really worried about like where I'll be living and like hopefully I'll have a job that I love, of course, but definitely want to have a family. As of right now, like my relationship is fine and we're both on the same page as far as like kids and stuff like that. So, you know, feeling good about it right now, but I'm just like obviously hoping for the best and hoping that, it's still a thing 10 years from now.
Okay, that's good. I'm really excited about, everything and meeting with you, having these videos has been like very great. And since I've made a new friend plus hope.
Mhm.
So just to sum up all the videos, what what's one big takeaway from all these videos?
Um, that's a hard question. I guess just like trusting the process. Like you've been very supportive of like everything I want to do. And very like reassuring, especially when I start to like worry about things and things like that. So definitely trusting that things are going to work out how they're supposed to. Um, and just remembering sometimes to like break things down. So if it's like a large thing, like breaking it down into smaller steps really helps me to see like how I'm actually going to get to where I want to be.
Okay. And do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. No, thank you so much for everything. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been really great talking to you and knowing some details about your life. And thank you for being open and being willing to share. It's not easy to be vulnerable to just anyone. So thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna end the meeting now. Um,